Hey everybody, welcome back to Superman Crypto. Your host Superman in the house. Man, oh man, we've got a great video. We're going to check out all the Zen ecosystem updates. Stay tuned, a one-stop shop. So let's go. We're going to start with Fenix. Obviously, we just launched, so we're going to cover that. Let's get into it. And don't forget to subscribe, like, smash the like button as well. Let's get into it. We've got Fenix here at the moment. We can see that the amount of Fenix minted so far is 303,889,000. The rewards at the moment are close to 500 million Fenix in a reward supply. Nice. Share rate is still 1. Remember, there is a 3-week cooldown period for that first bonus. And of course, then after that, they've got the 13-week party pool parties. So that is the tokenomics all paid out in M Fenix on Polygon. So this is launched on Polygon first. You can see that the only chain at the moment is Polygon. We're going to check out all that stuff. Now, to do that, of course, you need to burn MXen. You have to prove the Fenix as well, prove Fenix contract to burn your Zen. And then, of course, you'll burn your Zen and you'll mint your Fenix there, which is very, very important. So if you go to that page, you'll be able to mint it. And, of course, for every 10,000 MXen that you burn, you'll get 1 Fenix. So every 10,000 MXen, you'll get 1 Fenix for that. Just take that into account. But trying to get low Quay too. Quay is pretty high at the moment. I'll maybe wait to a bit later in the day. Obviously, once you do that, you can start your stakes. You can check your active stakes once you've done that. And then when you get towards the end period, if you have end stake, you can end stake and defer stakes as well. And of course, you can check out the rewards on the reward page there. You can see the cooldown for the first payment, 3 weeks, is ticking away also. So it's important there to check that as well. I'm not sure why that's not showing up at the moment. There we are. 18 days and 15 hours ago until the first big reward. So remember that the Fenix founder, Joe Blau, said to there's no need for a rush because there's a 3-week cooldown period. So people will still slowly burn over time, which is important there. Now, Joe Blau has just posted, this is hot off the press. So you're seeing it for the first time here on a YouTuber probably, and that is in our space, and that is Zen.pub from Joseph, the Zen.pub creator. We covered this yesterday on this channel, and that was kind of hit the market early. We had 4.4 trillion MXen burned. And of course, now we've got the data is actually public. So that was a private view where Joseph was building up the index for Fenix data. But now that stats page is publicly released for Fenix and Polygon. You can see it's 27 minutes ago. So hot off the press there. I'll leave the link there in the video description under Zen.pub. You can go check that out. The data insights are available at your fingertips now. So you can see what's actually burning. Very, very cool. He's got us a little snapshot there of that picture. But we're going to go to the real thing and pull it up. So awesome news from Joseph. Awesome stuff. So here it is, folks, on the Zen.pub dashboard. You know, it's got dashboards for everything, right? But now we've got a link here. So you can see the Fenix ecosystem's got its own section. Isn't that cool? And that's because the ecosystem of Zen is building and building all the time. So we've got DBZ below there. Obviously, we've been covering that in full. We've got the main chains as well, the summary dashboards. But we've got Fenix there. Awesome stuff, right? We'll get Zen Dodge and others coming up. It's going to be so cool. So let's have a look here. Total burn now, close to 5 trillion there burned. Isn't that incredible? I got to remember this is on Polygon, so it's not Ethereum. So the numbers are really big. So we're close to 5 trillion burned, $324,000 worth, 2,306 unique minters so far. Pretty amazing. Progress towards reward flush, pool flush as well. 79% complete, 18 days, 15 hours remaining. So that's ticking away there. I'm not sure if this is in the right order, but that's definitely ticking away. I wonder if it decreases as we go down this way. Maybe that's what it does. So it's pretty cool. It's the first time I've seen this spreadsheet, just like you guys. I just pulled up the sheet, but I did not look at any of the data. So it's kind of cool. Equity share pool there. That's climbing up as well. Equity pool supply 303. That's what's been minted out there. Rewards pool supply 498. So it's kind of cool. What else we got going there? Total supply, M Fenix there, 206 million in total supply there. MXen burn, which is pretty awesome. 486 million there in the last 24 hours. That's the last 24 hours. So if you're wondering how much has got burnt in the last 24 hours, it's just under $500 billion has been burnt, $31,000. So that's pretty good. 261 minters in the last 24 hours. Pool shares there. There's 196 million M Fenix pool shares the last 24 hours. Equity pools, that's the equity pool supply, 57 million Zen. And of course, the total reward pool there, 48. So pretty good burning over the last 24 hours. Total supply in 24 hours, down 5.6 million M Fenix. We can see the price M Fenix, of course, here. at 0006. Got 23K in liquidity. The price is down 23% on 24-hour basis. It does look like it's sort of like recovering a little bit here on the chart, so it's kind of cool. We can see the total pool shares and equity pool, or reward pool, all the data on here as well. It's pretty cool, like that. So that's just starting off. You've got the 30th there and the 1st, so 2 days, which is pretty good. Let's have a look at the burn chart there. That's a sort of slowly, we'll get a lot more data as the days go by, but to start off pretty big here. The first day there, of course, 4.2 trillion burn, amazing. And then, of course, we've got how much here? 800 on the, so on the 30th there, we've got 700 billion. And then it looks like we've got another 100 billion and the day's still growing. So stay tuned. It's looking pretty good, close to 5 trillion from the looks of it. Fenix staking here. We've got staking here coming out in the future there. So what's that? April. So these are all the people that have staked. So 1 million Fenix there, 15-day term. Oh, it gives you the day term too. So a couple of stakes here for 500,000 in Fenix, 45 days. So you can see how long they are staking out for. It's pretty cool. Got the top burners by accounts and top stakers by accounts. So it's pretty neat. Top staker there, 15.7 million. Percentage of the pool. Reward pool 3.3%. That's pretty neat. And the total burners there at the top here as well. 165 billion in Fenix. So some big burners in there, folks. This is a big amount of MZN burn going on there. That's the dollar value. So some pretty big burners in there as well. Last 1,000 burners, last 1,000 stakes. So you can see the latest there as well. So that's the new dashboard for Fenix. Pretty good. We salute you as Joseph for the data. So check that out for sure. Let's have a look at the Fenix price in a bit more granular, in a bit more detail. That is the price chart. And typically this might go like that, but maybe it might have a rally up there into that reward pool. We will see. It's early days, and but obviously you've got to be careful of liquidity. Liquidity does look like it's a bit bigger than from yesterday. I just can't remember. No, it's actually down from yesterday, but it's still pretty good. We may see this rebound. 282 buys, 61%, and the buy volume 53%. It says here. So we'll be watching this one closely over the next few days. But definitely burn is going up 5 trillion. It's not bad. Now look at the MZN, the actual stuff that's being burned. We can see the prices retrace way back, way below at 78.6 retrace, depending on how you look at this. And we've taken it from the spike up the top here rather than maybe you could take it from the 25,000 mark. But definitely we're down at 6692 from the spike. And that's where it goes. So if we were to take it down a bit lower, we could take it arguably down to there. That would mean we're at the 78.6, which we could probably reasonably bounce from here, which I suggested we probably will. Seems like a bounceable position. We will see. Obviously not financial advice. 946 buys, 63% of the buys have been on the buy side, but the volume there is 53% sell volume, 130 over 119. We've got 95K in liquidity. Remember, liquidity is quite small on these Polygon. That it really is a far more, smaller market, but did have that big rally. Just take that into account if you're new to crypto. Liquidity and new markets and things like that can get big rally, but also can get profit taked all the way down as well, and especially as new mints come out, right? But anyway, that 5 billion of the supply 5 trillion of the supply has been eaten up, which is pretty neat from that point of view. Let's have a look here at the contract of MZN on the blockchain. Looks like we've got 23 trillion in liquid supply based on this. That is the amount there. So a big burn that we've had. Now, I'm not sure if this has the burn address at all. XCon. Yeah, I'm not sure whether it is in, but we'll check that another day. All right, let's jump over to Zen on ETH. So big breakout for Fenix. It's just beginning. So we'll be watching over the next few weeks. Let's get into Zen on ETH. Zen on ETH had a little rally today. So it's got a nice little rally on at the moment. The low of yesterday, it got to 4,600 the high, the low of 3,256. Looks like it's having a little bounce here. It did kind of bounce off this area of 3,000. Seems to have bounced there around about twice. So what's that between 3,100, 3,200? Seems to have bounced there twice. Today it is up at 4,026. We could have gone lower on the RSI. So the RSI is down at 43, but it's definitely looks like there's a little bit of green day at the moment. Gas prices have been pretty high today. Up in the 60s on the average. So last 24 hours on the Ethereum. We're up 5% on 24 hours. We'll take that. And 61% buy trades, 63 trades are dominating. And the buy volume there just slightly ahead, 54K over 51K, 51%. So not too bad. Liquidity is 123K on this. In fact, this is Zen USDC. So let me pick up the bigger pool. I must have picked up the wrong pool on this one. Let me pick that up. Let's pick up this one. This is the big one, 1.6 million. So this is a bit better. There we are. I thought something was not quite right. So there we are. Not bad. 4.1. So yeah, yesterday there's a little different. Obviously, we're on wrapped ETH now rather than USDC as the one I normally use. So we're at the low yesterday was at 3,222. The high of 4,600. Today we're bouncing off 3,700. We're now almost 4,200. A nice little bounce back, up 9%. So looking good here. Maybe we might get a little bounce off here. We'll see. Now our buys are 412 buys, 52% of the trades, and the buy volume there 1.7 million over 1.5 million, and 53% of the buy volume. So looking good. Now the big news, of course, with this is that we're heading into Fenix coming up, and this could maybe it's going to be a big performer too. We saw 5 trillion burn so far on Polygon. What's going to be burned through Fenix? It's going to be interesting. And let's see how many days we're away. So 11 days away. So as we get closer and closer, we might get a run up. Maybe we might get a run up that kind of looks like this is speculation. But maybe we might get a run up that is where's my little curve here. Maybe we might get a little run up that is like this, and then maybe it does one of those things like that. We've seen a bit of this happen, right? Maybe it does that. That's scenario one. It's the one that we've seen kind of happen. We get the pre-run up and then a sell-off actually before the launch. Or maybe we might get scenario 2 where we just get a run up into launch. Maybe get a run up like that into launch, something like that, or something like that. So that's possible. We'll see how we get on. If we get a big burn though through it, we could see a price go even higher, right? So that's definitely in play. Maybe we get up into over the 10,000 mark again, up to 15,000 or more. Just depends on the burn, right? And of course, then we've got Zen Dodge coming on, which has pretty attractive economics too. So we've got the flush pool for Fenix, and we've got the Zen Dodge with the 1,500% incentive, which is a pretty nice design. So we'll see how we get on. But Fenix is a staking protocol, so we'll see how we go. All right, so that is on the dashboard. Let's have a look at the supply numbers. We're at 9.163 trillion in the supply on ETH of Zen. We've got back over 1.6 trillion on the staking, which is good. I'd like to see this go up though to like 1.8, but stubbornly sitting around this 1.6, but it's up today. This is obviously climbed back over 9 trillion. And of course, we had the heavy mints come out on the weekend. We got lower mints during the week this week, but they're still higher than the previous week. We had like 40-50 billion. We're now on sort of higher mark, 60-70 billion coming out. So let's have a look at the next 7 days. You can see tomorrow is 81. I think we had a lower day to come out today. We'll absorb that. Then we've got 71, and then 71, and then 89. So it's lower than the weekends, but still relatively high compared to 40-50 billion last week. And now we're up in higher levels. But definitely the weekend, we've got that 166. And then we have a really low on the 8th, which is kind of bizarre. It's at 49 billion, which is pretty low. So still low, though, if we look at the 30 days. Still pretty low up into here. And we're expecting Fenix to launch on this date. Next week, especially the pretty low candles. We've got a couple of 80 billion. So you can sort of see we want to get into the 100 billion or more burn per day. So hopefully Zen, DBZ, Fenix, things like that are going to start eating up some of the stuff. And then we've got these 2 big candles, which is perfectly after the Fenix launch. And then hopefully we get Zen Dodge launched probably on the 20th is my guess. I know he said the 6th. Don't expect to see Zen Dodge launch on the 6th yet. They did talk about the 20th. That seems far more reasonable. Plus with if he does get a quick audit check on that, even though Jack's checked the Zen Dodge, it's pretty only got like 70 lines of code, but important to get checks in that, even though Jack has checked it though. And so on the 20th, if he does Zen Dodge, that'd be perfect. Fenix and Zen Dodge eating up these candles, that'd be pretty cool. That's kind of what we hope to get. That's going to be bullish for price. Now we had obviously an increasing in mints on the supply. We on the 30th we had 81 billion come out of the staking, and that's what I said it gone up. So either mints and staking comes out, goes into circulating supply. We don't want that because it's downward pressure on the price, and we saw that in the chart. Burning was 25 billion yesterday, so that's a low day. We want 50 billion minimum, and now I think we want probably 75 billion minimum. So we're getting a bit higher there. But today, on the 1st of May, we've had good news. We've got 91 billion got staked, or 92 billion got staked, 26.5 billion burn, but that burn's still too low. We want to get, like I say, 50 billion minimum, really 75 billion or more. is ideal, but we are down 88 out of this 88 billion on second leg supply. So that's kind of where we are, but we're still pretty high, right? We're definitely higher here at 9.1. So cumulatively, it's gone higher, and that's where we are at the stage. But maybe it's going to taper off during the week with those lower, relatively lower amounts, but we do need more burn. Now, supply here is 57.16%, so we did get down to 56% mark for liquid supply. So it's not too bad. We're still under that 60%, which is pretty cool. But we really want to head towards 50. Maybe Fenix and Zen and stuff will help us smash that target below 50. Would be pretty neat. The total burn almost close to 4.9 trillion Zen burned, 30.47%, and staking currently at 10% there, 1.6 billion there. All right, so that is kind of the marks, the trends. Actually, burning's just tapered off a little bit there on the angle, and we're flattening out a little bit on the angle, and we're flattened out a bit on the staking as well. So taking a bit of a pause after that big price run up on ETH, but we're having a good day in the office at the moment, 4,200. We'll see how we go though. Gas prices have been pretty high. Let's jump into DXN quickly. Actually, let's have a quick look at the new mints on the chain. Very low because of the high gas prices. I think they're pretty low. Yeah, 3,000. That's about as low as I've seen it, and that's because the gas prices have been so ridiculous. About 65 or something average over the last 24 hours. So no surprise there. So yeah, just shy of 12 million on the global rank. Let's jump to DXN quickly. $25.32, so pretty stable here at the moment. But 2 days ago we got down to $20. Yesterday we were down at 22. At the moment, $25. So I suspect we'll probably get a double pump in the old Zen burn. Let's go back to the dashboard and have a quick look at that. Let's have a look at DBZ burn of Ethereum and see how much is burnt. Got to be mindful of the time here, coming up 16 minutes. So let's have a look at the burn on the charts. Burn yesterday was 25 and 27, so just too low. We really need to stay at least around this 50 mark around here. But I'm sure we'll probably good chance that we'll get a second rise. So we have sort of one rise here. Good chance we'll probably get a second rise. I've seen this before in other protocols that are similar, and so I still think that that is definitely doable. But with high gas prices at the moment, just probably not helping that either. So let's look at the current cycle at the moment. 1.5 billion is the biggest one in there at the moment. That's at what, pretty big protocol. Look at that protocol cost, 62 Gwei. That's really high. I wouldn't have gone on that high, but look, everybody's in high, 65, 70, 78, 81, 98 there. So very high Gwei there. And they probably could have waited a bit later in the day to get lower Gwei maybe later. Maybe if it does come down, it may not come down. So, but if it does, then it'll be better there. The reward there's 162,000. So what do they put up? About 28, 162,000. But of course, people are going to come in and try to arbitrage this, so we'll get a bigger pool by the end of the day. So at the moment, in the DBZ Zen burn, it's around 2 billion. We'll see what we get to. We've got 12 hours to go until this closes off for auction day 41, which is pretty crazy. All right, let's move on from there. Let's quickly go to Exelon. Exelon here, pretty similar to DXN there down the bottom. 2183 is the price there, down 14% on 24 hours. DXN is down 7.6%. All right, let's jump away from that to the Senzu news. So Crypto Bra, another YouTuber in the space. My Zen Knight got a Bitcoin backpack. Happy with my first BTC ordinal. Yeah, I think it's a pretty badass looking ordinal there. Zen Knight. So congratulations to Crypto Bra. Finally, honorable mention. This was posted by Joseph, the founder of the Zen.pub website. I thought it was a pretty cool tweet. One chain to rule them all, Zen. And he's got this cool Zen here with all the different chains that have been minted on Zen. And of course, one sat there. And of course, the BTC Atomic Bridge and XAT stable coins to beat Bitcoin. That's something in the future looking really cool. So I thought there's a pretty good diagram there. Very cool. Good place to finish the live stream. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. And yeah, we'll see where everything heads here with the rewards on the old Phoenix. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. Catch you on the next one. Leave any comments in the chat there. Hopefully I've answered a few questions that got answered in the comments as well, particularly around the Phoenix data. It's now public, and so you can check that out for yourself. Really cool. All right, bye for now.